Ayubowan, and welcome to Anarkalli Live. And we are live here in Miami. And we're here to meet a true queen. She is the epitome of power and brilliance. She has a mind which just cannot be defeated. She has willpower, she has beauty, and immense love for the empire she's built. And of course, for her emperor and her two princesses. Let's go on ahead and meet the lady herself, Elena Cardone. Ayubo, Elena.
Ayubo.
I'm with the rock star herself. I'm so excited. How are you?
I'm so good. Thank you for having me on your show today.
Of course, how could I not have you?
Oh.
You are such an inspiration. You are so bold, beautiful, and powerful, and you're exactly who I have to have on my show.
You are.
I really wanted to have you, Elena, today because I think that you inspire millions of people. And I need your gems of wisdom to be passed down to all of my viewers because I feel that you just brighten up people's lives. You brightened up yours. And I'm so enamored by you. And I'm so in awe of all that you've done. My first question to you.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm going to go right in.
I love it.
My first question for you is, how do you develop this panoramic view? I feel like you have a radial view of all the victories that you must have as an empress. And then you have this attack procedure. But still you are just very calm and you're very certain in your attack. How do you develop this?
Well, it comes over time and it comes through discipline and experience.
Right.
You know, and I think a lot.
Yes.
That's one of my strengths.
Yes.
So many people could have said, oh, you know, she's got this grand delusion syndrome or something, or she's got this hyper, because I'm always hyper. I'm always moving. I don't like to sit still, but I'm always thinking. I'm always creating. I'm always trying to get the next vision. I'm a visionary.
Yes, you are.
You know, I'm not, and I know what I'm not. I'm not a hammer. Grant is the hammer. That's why we work so well together. But so I think a lot and I figure out, and so what I do when I'm thinking and visualizing is I actually go into the future.
Right.
And I play out the entire scenario of how, and it doesn't always work out this way, of course, but I play out every possible scenarios to extract where I think my problems would be. And then I come back into the present and I protect myself against those problems. That sometimes they happen, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they were unforeseeable. But for the most part, I come back very prepared.
Yes.
So when I'm prepared, you know, from the future, when I come back from the future, I'm prepared. So I work towards that. So I prepare myself so that I can be more calm in, and then just trusting that my vision is going to come to fruition and that I don't have to have all this angst and anxiety about it, that it just is going to happen. If I do the actions, I'm not one of these just think about it and it happens. I have not been blessed like that. I am not a super talented person. I'm not a super educated woman. Like, things don't just happen for me. Everything that I have, it looks like it's easy and it looks like it just happened, but it didn't.
No.
I created it.
Yes, you did.
From doing that. So that's why I can be in present time with a little more relaxation about everything. Just because of the experience, I've gone, oh, every time I panicked about this was the outcome. It turned out perfect, fine, whatever. So once you learn that no matter what happens, you're always going to land on your feet and you can trust yourself, you develop a sort of confidence in yourself. And then later on, you just get to the point where you're like, well, I don't need to add all that extra drama because no matter what happens, I know I'm going to pull myself out of the situation.
Yes.
And that comes from experience.
That's amazing. And I feel like also when you're playing this game of life, you're in it to win it.
For sure.
And you have this drive. I mean, like nowadays, a lot of people are pushing, women empowerment, which is amazing. I think that's like, I'm all for it. I love it. I'm one of those girls. But then again, you kind of lose the love for winning with someone else. And I feel that you, at a very early age, you know, when in your relationship, were like, no, I want to win with Grant. You know, I want to win.
Yeah.
But I want to win with Grant too.
Yeah.
isn't it amazing to actually survive and win with someone else? It's beautiful to win on your own too, don't get me wrong. I love that too. But I feel that there's so much more to share when you're doing it with someone else.
Well, that's what love is to me. That's how I create love in my marriage. We've been, this 4th of July, in America, we celebrate 4th of July, will be 15 years of marriage. Well,
a lot of fireworks for you guys.
A lot of fireworks. But, after 15 years, that mad, passionate, in love feeling is not there 24/7, like maybe it was for the first 6 months of the first year, whatever. So to me, winning together is what creates the love. I believe that the greatest love you can give someone is to help them achieve their dreams. Yes. So when he gives that to me and I give that to him, we fall more in love with each other. And we get to have those victories together. The more that we can, fight side by side, conquer the world, and when you fight alongside of someone, you just create a bond that just is, it's irreplaceable. Like there's a trust that happens. There's something that it's unshakable. If you maintain it and keep clean and keep the ethics in with the relationship and all that other stuff, once you have that and you keep giving each other these victories, it becomes more about yourself. It's like with your partner through life, and there's something incredibly empowering about that for me as a woman, because I learned more strength through him for me as a woman than being by myself trying to figure it out as a woman, which is ironic because I always thought I had to do everything myself to be this empowered, strong woman.
Right.
But in the lessons that I have learned from him on how to deal with things and how to be strong enough for him and all this other world that I had to open up to and then figure out and then deliver on made me stronger as a woman, and it empowered me more. It wasn't him, it was the lessons learned through him.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, totally.
So yeah, I wanna accomplish that with someone. I don't wanna just, be myself in this life and be like, look at me, it was all me, me,
Yeah.
I wanna have a partner and a whole team of people that was like, it was us, we did this.
A group.
I want a group. And a group starts with 2.
Yes.
And that's my man, that's Grant.
And I also feel like, when you talk about this group, I love how you've both left room for the both of you to lead and choose who you allow to be a part of your group. Because that's your core.
Totally.
And it can make you and it can break you.
Yeah.
Right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe it can make or break you. I realized a long time ago that I'm not normal. I realized I'm not normal, and I know that if I was in the wrong hands, they would try to make me normal. They probably wouldn't like the way that I think. They probably would not like what I said earlier, how hyper I am, that I get so enthusiastic about stuff. People like to calm me down.
Can totally relate.
Like I constantly have to play at this certain level, like with my emotions, because I want to make it havable for other people.
Yes.
And sometimes I get too excited and people are like, whoa, what's wrong with her? So I choose, and I know that those people are everywhere. So, and it's not that I don't want to be a part of the world, it's just unless I have myself like turned on to handle those type of people, I just can't be around them for me. Like I need to be around the super freaks.
Yes.
I need to be around the crazies, not the stupid.
Yeah.
I don't like stupid.
Yes.
But I like the crazies. I like the people who think big, who are willing to challenge themselves, who are hyper, who don't care that they're hyper. I want to be around the super freaks where we can all push each other in a pressure environment to greatness and to expand to the next level,
Right.
And you're not going to get that by hanging out with the normal people.
No.
So I just remove myself from the normal people and I let myself be a freak. And that's who I want around me.
I also feel like, the fearlessness, your power of, self, to sort of be like who you are, the ferocity of Elena Cardone is so, is just so prominent, and even when I talk about, Grant and you and your marriage and your relationship and what it stands for and what's built, I feel like, you're not normal, like you said, because you're not cowards. Both of you are not cowards. You're both like, you're going to grab the bull by the horns and you're just going to, call a spade a spade. Right. Even if something happens in life, which would bring you down, When they go low, you guys are going to go high every time.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's hard to do that.
It's very hard to do that.
And it must be also so lonely at the top for the both of you.
It can be.
Because, like you were saying, some people are not very intelligent. So they can't see something and see it for what it is, the truth of how hard it is to build what you've built. And, people might say different things about how you've achieved your life. But how do you stay true and stay connected and, stay strong? How do you do that?
It's with the purpose.
Yeah.
When you have your purpose, like you were telling me earlier, your purpose is to help the people in Sri Lanka and you want to make a difference. I am so connected to my purpose and to who I am and what my mission is that I do come second to myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying so hard. I feel like I'm constantly running out of time.
Right.
To chunk off and those things take time. So it takes time and I feel like, I'm trying so I want to do so much so fast that I don't have time to wallow too much into the dramas of life or to the setbacks of life. I just have to keep moving. I'm trying to go for that Super Bowl ring. I'm trying to go for the title belt in a fight, I want those rewards that said, you did it. I want to keep seeing how much can this little girl from New Orleans achieve? Where can I go? I never thought I could do what I'm doing now, and I keep doing more. And yet, I'm under so much pressure because I'm not doing nearly enough, So I'm in this constant race against time.
I feel like, you said this in your book, like you are the woman behind, beside, and then you followed up by saying, however you would like to see it.
Right.
Because I feel that, I love how you put that, by the way, so beautifully said, because it is how some people, they will not think twice to say something else.
Right.
Right? But, I mean, apart from being...
I'm glad you caught that.
Apart from being Grant's support system and his everything and Sabrina's and Scarlett's world, who is Elena to you? The Elena you know. Who is she?
Well, I'm just a girl. And I'm just trying to make a difference for the better. And I'm trying to push myself and to push everyone around me. And I want to leave a legacy of that I made a difference, that I helped people, that somebody heard something I said and it changed the course of their action for life.
Yes.
And if I achieve that, like I can just be like, wow, mission accomplished.
Yes, totally.
So that's who I am. I've had to learn to be a friend to myself. I've been brutal on myself. I would never treat a friend the way I used to treat myself. So I had to learn to become a friend to myself. I've had to learn to just accept where I'm at. And, in the social media world, I'm just trying to be as authentic as I am. I'm not trying to show something or make myself sound like an expert when I'm not. Even when I wrote this book, I just feel like I'm at a certain point in my life now where I have hit a certain statistic that cannot be disputed.
Yes.
And I feel like I have information now that can help other people. Am I where I want to be? I'm nowhere near where I want to be. But at this point in my life, I have something to offer, and I just try to show what I'm going through. You said earlier, I'm very courageous. And I am courageous. One of the worst insults you can call me is a coward.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you're going to go ask my trainers at the gym, they're going to say all she does is complain. And you're going to go see me shoot in one of my shooting competitions, and they're going to have me climb like a 30-foot ladder, and I'm terrified of heights, and I'm like, the whole way. But, to me, it's like courage is doing something anyway, no matter, despite how you feel. Whether you're scared, you don't want to, you're tired, whatever.
It's acting in spite of it.
Yes.
Yes.
So in that sense, I am. But yeah, will there be some complaining? There might be some complaining along the way.
Elena, it's such a pleasure to have you on my show. I am so thankful for this time. And I really would like to end the show by telling you that I have no doubt in my mind that you are going to surpass yours and Grant's goal, and you're going to get everything.
That would be big. That would be big. I'm doubting myself, so
no, I know you have that faith.
I do. I mean, I know I'm going to achieve it. Like, no doubt, but there are days when I'm like, really, Elena? Really? Did you have to go that big? Why?
Oh, goodness.
But thank you.
You are just going to keep winning because you are a winner.
Yeah.
It was such a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to have you again on my show soon.
In Sri Lanka.
Yes, in Sri Lanka.
Okay, next time you're there.
Yes,
we go
we'll have a culinary feast.
Oh, now you're speaking my language. Everybody knows I love food.
Yes.
Yeah,
we have to thank Bobby for that.
We have to thank Bobby for that. Thank you, Bobby.
Elena, thank you so much again for coming on the show. I forgot to give you your gift. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Can I open it now?
Yes, of course.
Okay. I love peacocks.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh my gosh,
and
look
I
at
think that
this.
peacocks depict pride and protection. So I thought this is perfect for
And
you.
beauty.
Yes, and beauty.
Thank you.
Exotic beauty.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Thank you.
Of course.
Awesome.